I'm Nigerian journalist Dr. Kemi Lawrence. It's Monday, the 28th of October, 2024. Let's talk about Honorable Alex Keju and what's the latest with him. So far, here's what we know. This morning, the uproar took over social media, and the Nigerian police released a statement on their social handles, and later on, they arrested him. He has been in police headquarters for interrogation all day. Nigerians were angry and said he must not be put in a hotel or any kind of apartment if that interrogation goes overnight. Meanwhile, Very Dark Man, the activist, and he told us not to call him an activist anymore. Online police actually fits in this one because he was online when he saw the problem and he went into action. So the online police, VDM, got involved, called his lawyer, and decided to advocate and fight for the Uber driver, Mr. Steven. There's been so many things going on in this case and unfolding. My recommendation in my last two videos was that the police release the car to the Uber driver. This is his bread-winning tool. He needs to drive, he needs his car back, even if he doesn't drive for the next 30 days and just rests from the trauma he went through, give him his car back. And I also suggested that they clear that car independently, meaning that somebody not even related to the case goes in that car and searches it with gloves and make sure there's no drug planted in there by police or anyone, and also no juju, which is the way it should be. Now, I want to know more about Alex Ikweju. I really do. If you know where his children go to school, their names, or you have their photos, I want to see who they are. It doesn't mean I'm going to post them, okay? If he has adult children, I want to know what he has. If he has young children, I want to know. I want a family photo if he has a family. I want to know what school the children are and where to go to school. Are they abroad? Are they in Nigeria? I want to know more about this senator. I'm investigating him. I'm doing a small investigation. There are some things that are not usual in this case. Okay, he has a lot of tendency to boast about power. ABIA has some powerful politicians in there. Igbo politicians, they're quite powerful. And what is making him have this power of, boasting? 2 weeks ago, we saw what happened in Ghana, where a prominent bishop boasted that police can't stop him on the highway. He doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't use tags on his car. And who born anybody to come and arrest him, that he will report to the IGP. That's the IGP of Ghana. And his son obviously saw that and went out speeding in a $59,000 SUV, a Jaguar F-Series, and crashed into innocent children. 2 girls died in a fiery crash. So we're seeing all this who born you. Even Uju Kennedy, who I like, she also said something about who born you removed me from minister. President Tinubu can never remove her. Why is everybody boasting about the ones at the top of them? Now we have Alex. Who born you? Go call the IGP. Nothing will happen. I can make you disappear. What are you, a magician? Are you a magician or what? Honorable Alex, this is nonsense. I want to know more about you. If you have his photos of his family, his children, what school they go to, his wife, what does she do? Send it to my email, everybody. Kemi Olun Lawyer. Okay? Igbos, it's Olun Lawyer. I don't use that name anymore, but my email stays the same. Kemi, OLUNLOYO. Kemi Olun Lawyer, 444 at gmail.com. Okay, because some of your emails have been returned to you. You're writing Olunloyo. Igbo spelling of my name, right? Kemi Olunloyo 444 at gmail.com. Or you can DM me on Instagram. You can DM me on X or Instagram. Facebook isn't open. At the end of the day, I need to know more about this guy. Now, the other thing I want to see on this video is that while police is doing the investigation, please make this video viral, people. While police is doing this investigation, they need to invite the woman that made the delivery. Do you remember he called that woman and he was telling the woman what had happened. And the woman was also still saying, don't you know who he is? Excuse me. I, Dr. Kemi Lawrence, journalist of 30 years. In February, it'll be 31 years. I happen to not know members of the new National Assembly that's there now. I left Nigeria 2 years ago. I don't know who the reps and the senators are for every state. This is a current affairs question that school students should know. I don't know. So if you're telling me, don't you know me, you expect people to know you? I can mention who are the reps and who are the senators in your state, my state, but not in ABIA. So this whole mentality of don't you know me, what makes you famous, Alex? Tell us. The lady that sent you a single snail needs to be invited, not arrested, invited to the police department to tell her part of the story. You opened a can of worms, okay? Chairman Mara of the NDLEA has been arresting people tied to lawmakers. They found drugs in Senator Ashiru's house, 2 houses in Kwara State. And we're hearing lots of senators and reps are doing and trafficking drugs. I was even thinking it could be drugs. A snail. Police must invite that lady so she could come and explain what that snail was for. I already know the juju. I called Mrs. Adewale back, my juju lady. You know, the Alagbo lady that makes the skin products for me. Yeah, I use black soap with eucalyptus. She grounds it and everything when I was in Nigeria. Miss Adewale said, and you know she sells all the stuff for the Yahoo boys and all the herbalist stuff. But what she told me is that a snail is typically used to slow down somebody else's progress while theirs is sped up. Was that what you were trying to do, Alex, to slow down somebody's life? Was it that Uber driver you were trying to use so that you can get this whole, my whole life will move fast, I'll make money and all that, and the Uber driver, poor thing, will deliver it to you in your house, and then, where's your shrine? Is it in that house? That house needs to be searched. And the poor Uber driver will go back into his car and all his own entire destiny will be gone. He won't make money anymore in Uber. He won't make money for any... I mean, the boy was spiritual. Only God saved him yesterday from not entering that house. There was something that God did not to let him go into that house. And then you refused to pay him. What hurt me most is the part where VDM entered. Let me explain that part to you. The part where VDM entered was very important because that part hurts me the most. If it was me delivering to your house and you hit me like that and you didn't pay me, I would leave. But that boy insisted he wanted his money. That was his all, oh, I'm lost for words. That was his main source of income. That was his income. So he didn't go, he wanted his money. And you still slap somebody and you didn't give them I won't pay you anything. You were boasting, Alex. You're going to prison, Alex. You're going to be prosecuted. You're going to be found guilty. You need 6 months in prison. And what? I need to get all these kids in your constituency to recall you. Youth in ABIA, recall Reps member Alex Ikwechi. He has to be recalled. If you don't know what that means, you voted him in, you can remove him. Only one person has gone through that in Nigerian history. Who was that again? The Kogi senator or something. You can recall all your lawmakers. We do it every time in Canada and America. Go to the National Assembly website. Look through the menu, everything. There's a part where you can recall a reps or a senator. Everybody start massively filling that form out. Recall this guy. Let there be a hearing. He will be removed. New elections, elect a youth into ABIA. Don't elect this guy back. Recall him. So 2 things for you guys in ABIA. Start the process of recalling this politician. Okay, if you notice, the mainstream media wouldn't even move forward on this case. They were slow on it. We were ahead of them. For me, the independent journalists, okay, we will continue to blow the story. For VDM, the activist, online police, he's doing his own thing. But you must stop these kind of people from ruling us in Nigeria and destroying lives. Mr. Stephen, I'm very sorry about what happened. God will bless you. Don't worry. Dr. Kemi.